We did it, Alberta! We are #1 in measles. Yay! We've had more measles outbreaks in Alberta than the entirety of the U.S. Granted, most of those cases are in Texas. We just keep meeting the stereotype, don't we? Texas of the North. But apparently people don't like vaccinations in Alberta. I can't imagine why. We've had 30 new cases reported since Friday and yesterday. That's a lot of new cases over the weekend. Hope people had fun at Stampede. It's such a concern that the government of Alberta had to put out a measles website and a measles hotline. You can go to the Alberta Health Services, not Alberta Health Services, website, and you can find out where the most recent exposures have been, just in case you were there. We love a chart. This is showing the increase over the past few months of confirmed measles cases. But don't worry, I'm sure our premier's got it all under control.
I can see why people aren't doing it. So I think accessibility is one problem why people aren't getting the shot.
Well, thanks for that feedback. I'll have to double check that with my Minister of Primary and Preventative Health Services. One of the things that we have done is a major advertising campaign to let people know the risk and the danger. And so we've seen a year-over-year increase in immunization of 65%. So the message is getting out. If there is an issue of too few locations, let me see what I can do to address that. The thing to keep in mind is I know the media loves to report cumulative numbers, and it gives the impression that all of those cases are active and live at the same time, but people recover, and the active number of cases we have right now is 17, higher than we want it to be, for sure. But if you go onto our website, just type in Alberta measles, they will tell you what the most recent exposures were in every location so that you can do your own check to see if there was any chance of exposure.
What you haven't changed is the fact that you're minimizing impact. You love to minimize impact. Because sure, on the website as of July 14th, 13 active cases, but we've still had 1,300. On your own damn website, it says right here, this does not reflect the risk. Because these are the new cases as of July 14th at noon. A lot in the north and a lot in the south. I think it's also important to look at the number of hospitalizations related to measles, as well as ICU admissions. No deaths so far, thank God. But when we talk about taxing our healthcare system, 102 hospitalizations is significant. These are the cases, as of July 14th, of the people who were at risk and got measles. 571 between 5 and 17 years old. Get your fucking kids vaccinated, parents. And then 355 between 18 and 54. The fuck happened there? I thought most of us got all this shit when we were babies. But it's not a big deal. Only 1 to 3 in every 1,000 people will die. Well, since we've had over 1,000 cases, thank God nobody has died. I spend a lot of time on social media. I haven't seen this ad campaign. Maybe I missed it. Stop minimizing the importance of vaccinations. Look into why there's such high cases in the north and the south. Work on that. Work on the education piece. But stop pretending everything's a-okay. You have to look at the active cases. We've still had more cases than the entirety of the place you've spent a whole bunch of time in over the past few months. That's not good. That's not good. If you don't know if you need a booster, call 811. Depending on where you're living in Alberta, they can direct you on where you might be able to go to get a booster. There's not a lot of places. But find that out for yourself. Keep an eye on where the last known exposures were, I guess. And know that if you have measles, you need to report it. It's a public health issue. Safety of others. But we don't care about that. We have a premier that minimizes the impact. Kind of like making us pay for COVID shots now. Vaccination. Hogwash. I'll just smoke a cigarette and take some ivermectin. That's the Alberta vaccination.